We've got 3 cruise news stories to talk to you about today. The first story is aboard Royal Caribbean. This was a near miss. I'm telling you, the person that found this out, that saw this, is a hero. A huge pane of glass shatters and falls to the Lido deck. I'll tell you all about it. Continuing on with Royal Caribbean, their longtime chairman, well, he's stepping down, and I'll let you know who will take his place running that ship. Literally. And our last story takes us over to Disney Cruise Lines in Galveston, Texas. Disney Cruise Lines has stated they are stepping up in a big way in Galveston. They will be going full-time out of the Galveston port starting in the end of 2026. All this and more, let's swan dive right into it. Hello everyone, it's Cynthia, your host. Welcome back to today's show. Well, today I have 3 cruise news stories that I'm going to be sharing with you today, and we'll start it right off here in my home state of Texas. We're going down to Galveston and talking about Disney Cruise Line. Well, Disney announced that they are going to make a forever home of Galveston Port. Currently, Disney Cruise Line only sails like a handful of sailings out of Galveston during certain times of the year, but that will no longer be the case effective 2027. Disney is stepping up in a big way, and they are preparing to have all of this all completed by the end of 2026. And I think this is really interesting, the ship that they have chosen to sail out of Galveston full-time. Back in November of 2022, Disney Cruise Lines acquired this ship called the Global Dream. Now, this was an acquisition from a shipping company that had gone bankrupt. Well, ever since that time, they have been retrofitting it and getting it all Disneyified. And coming at the end of 2026, it's going to be all ready. This ship is a pretty big deal, literally. It has a passenger capacity of up to 6,000 guests. About 2,300 crew are able to house themselves on this ship, with a gross tonnage exceeding 200,000 tons. So this is a big boy, ready to play here in the big state of Texas. Now, this is good news for everyone concerned. Having a Disney ship, that means Disney fans can now sail out of Texas year-round. Also, adding this new ship sailing out of Galveston, well, that just brings more tourists, more hotel stays, more restaurant visits, just more for the economy there out of Galveston. I am super excited to know that this will be an option here in Texas. Have any of you ever sailed on the Disney cruise ships that are out of Galveston? I would love to hear from my Disney Cruise Line fans. Disney Cruise fans, are you out there? What are your thoughts about this new, very large ship sailing out of Galveston? Will you make the trek down to Texas to go year-round on these itineraries? Disney is promising larger ships, expanded itineraries, and promises that same attention to detail and magic that has made Disney Cruise Lines all that it is. Come 2027, that'll bring the total Disney fleet to 13 cruise ships. Our next cruise story takes us over to Royal Caribbean. There is some changes happening in the top level management over at Royal. Longtime chairman of the board, Richard Fain, well, he has announced he is stepping down from his post in late 2025. Fain has held this top executive position overseeing Royal Caribbean since 1988. During his tenure, he's been part of the group that acquired Celebrity Cruises back in 1997 and Silver Seas Cruises in 2020. Fain will remain a member of the board of directors after he steps down in late 2025. One of the biggest achievements during his tenure there, well, it's been the Icon class ships. These oh so popular class of ships were created and envisioned during the time that Fain was here as the chairman of the board. Royal Caribbean has already decided who the replacement for Fain will be. It will be Royal Caribbean's group president and CEO, Jason Liberty. And Liberty has held that position since 2022. Now, before Fain exits the building stage left, he will preside over the debut of Royal Caribbean's second Icon class ship, the Star of the Seas. And if you want to know more about the Star of the Seas, check out the video that we did just recently about this brand new ship and who the godmother is for this beautiful new vessel. I'd love to hear your comments. Please let me know. What do you think about this change in Royal Caribbean? Do you think you'll see some new direction or new offerings with this new leadership? Or do you think, who cares? I'd love to know. Please do drop it down in the comments below. I have one more cruise news story to share with you, but before I do, this is my opportunity to invite you to subscribe to the channel. We'd love for you to join our family here at Right Recipe for Travel. All you need to do is tap down on your subscribe button. And of course, if you like any of our videos, please do like the video, give us a thumbs up, and tap down on that notification bell. That way, anytime we produce a new video, you will be the first to be notified. And I am also inviting you to check us out on Facebook. We have a very lively and fun Facebook group. Just look us up, Right Recipe for Travel. Thank you so much. Now, on with the show. Let's talk about heroes when we talk about this last cruise news show. Okay, so when I think of heroes, I think of, let's say, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. I don't know. What's another hero that you think of? How about Nitin Kumar? After this story, you're gonna think of Nitin Kumar as one of those superheroes. Let me tell you what happened aboard the Symphony of the Seas on June 8th of 2025. Now, this all took place on the Symphony of the Seas while it was doing a 7-day round-trip voyage from Cape Liberty, New Jersey, and it was at its first scheduled call of Port Canaveral, Florida. One of the large windows, which is a part of a section called Coastal Kitchen that overlooks the Lido deck, well, it began to splinter and then shattered. And after it did that, it completely broke apart and fell below to the Lido deck. You can just imagine what could have happened to people who were lounging and enjoying themselves right there on the Lido deck. And let me tell you why it didn't happen. A waiter aboard Royal Caribbean, Nitin Kumar, he noticed the cracks forming in the restaurant's glass. He rushed down to the Lido deck to warn all of the passengers who were lounging below on the pool deck. Witnesses say it was somewhere between 15 to 20 seconds later, after he went out there and warned the people to get out of the way, that this large pane of glass came shattering down on the Lido deck. Now, the good thing, of course, about this glass is that it's tempered, and tempered glass shatters into small pieces, just a safety precaution for things like skyscrapers and cruise ships. There were thankfully no injuries reported aboard the vessel that had over 5,500 passengers aboard. Eyewitnesses say that the crew sprung into action immediately, getting this situation cleaned up, and by the time they docked in their next port of call, which was Nassau, Bahamas, just the next day on June 9th, the panel had already been replaced. So many praises and thank yous and congratulations were sent up to Nitin Kumar that he had this to say. Thank you so much, everyone, for appreciation. You are all my family. What I did for my family. I'm friendly, passionate, and committed, and I'm royal. What I did, I learned from Royal Caribbean, how to take care of my guests like family. Pretty humble, right? And pretty cool. Now, Royal Caribbean does state that this is definitely a rare incident. Things like this just don't usually occur on cruise ships. Thank goodness. At the time of the recording of this video, there was still no cause given as to why this took place. I would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts about this? Do you think that Nitin Kumar is a hero? Have you ever sailed aboard the Symphony of the Seas or eaten at Coastal Kitchen? I'd love to get some feedback from you. Please do drop it in the comments below. Well, that is it for the cruise news for today. I thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you at the next adventure.